with Jon Impemba and James Grande.
What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS Playbook preview show. We're looking at the Friday 7-game DraftKings main slate. Happy Friday. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. Free way to support the show. We do here each and every day for you guys. If you're on your mobile device, you can also give us the hype points. Forgot to mention that the last few shows here. You can swipe left on the comment section. Give us some hype points. Help us again with the YouTube analytics that we're always trying to crack here, Grande.
Yeah, you can only do 3 of them a week, I've realized. Well, I didn't realize. I've known that. But you can only do 3 a week, and then it resets on Monday. So, whenever you guys feel like it, please, it helps out tremendously, as does everything John mentioned. The subscribe, if you want to join, you can do that. I mean, there's a bunch of different options for you.
Different options. We also have the Unlock 20 promo going on right now. 20% off your monthly or your annual subscription. So a really good deal. You can go to fantasy.com/unlock. Use promo code unlock20 for the monthly, or you can just switch on over to the annual and take 20% off the annual subscription as well. And that gets you access to everything on site, all tools, content, betting, DFS for all sports. You can check that out as well. Grande, SGA actually ruled out already. We didn't have the will he or won't he like we did on Wednesday's slate. He is officially out on this one. We got a couple of questionables, some big names here. Of course, we had the Trae Young trade live on the preview show for Thursday's slate, and then today a report came out he might not actually suit up for Washington this year. So that's kind of interesting, and obviously creates I guess some value for the Wizards here as they have a matchup against the Pelicans. We'll break it all down. We'll go position by position for you guys, and we'll start off at that point guard position.
Wait.
Oh, okay. What we got?
Do you think that there's going to be any rain delays or postponements on Friday slate?
I mean, condensation on the court. It happens like once a year, it feels like. Was this from the fireworks display again that they set off in the arena?
I don't know. It's raining. And apparently it's not going to stop anytime soon. And don't know if that game's even going to be played. So I was just checking to make sure. Is
there a hole in the stadium? Like what's going on?
There's many concerns in Chicago. It's in Chicago tonight. So,
yeah, right. Because we've seen at times they're like, oh, we set off like the fireworks and there was some humidity somehow in the stadium, and like it created a literal rain cloud indoors from it. And now there's condensation on the court. So we've told this story on a show earlier this year where that happened. I think with like DeMarcus Cousins mopping the floor. So I guess we'll see whether or not that game ends up happening or not. I think if the old rules were if they postpone it today, as long as they played before like noon the next day, like DraftKings is going to allow the game to count for the current slate that we're on. I don't know what the rules are at current, but that was sort of like what they had laid out there for us last time. I did not have any exposure to that game. Probably a bad idea, but I built the lineup, didn't have any of it. So
I sure did.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Maybe we'll play.
Well, one of 4 games. Yeah, I casually.
I did it. I stacked the Pacers and I played some other guys. So, we got that going on for us here. Let's take a look at this point guard position though. SGA already ruled out. Murray at $10,000 here. You have Maxey still under 10K against Orlando at $9,700. Harden's 91. Kawhi had a tag. Is he probably?
He's questionable.
All right, well, that would obviously make James Harden pretty appealing as well if there ends up being no Kawhi Leonard.
Yes. It is an interesting point guard position. I don't know if 10K is enough for current form Jamal Murray. If we're going to get Jamal Jokic, then it's not. Yeah. So it's not too expensive. So yeah, I mean 10K. Definitely interested in Murray. Obviously, we've talked about this with Maxey. Just a didn't have to play Washington fourth quarter, but he had 45 fantasy points in 28 minutes. So you can obviously play a sub 10K maxi. And then Harden, probably not going to play him 9,100 unless Kawhi is out, because we're about to talk about some very, very good value on this slate, especially at, with OKC ruling out who they ruled out. Chet as well. Harden, Case and Wallace. I mean, they're down like 7 rotation pieces. So I think things really have to stand out at point guard for me to play basically anyone over AJ Mitchell to begin with. But so, like Harden, I'm only really going to click Harden at an 91 if Kawhi's out.
Yeah. And I mean, again, I don't disagree with you. No disrespect to like a Jalen Brunson at $8,600. Derek White's down to 78. Anthony Black is 75. Cam Spencer, $6,500. John Morant's out already. There's plenty of good mid-tier plays, but like Trey Johnson's 51, AJ Mitchell's 5K, Bob Carrington's $4,900. We know there's no Trey, there's no McCollum, there's no SGA. You just play these three. You might play all three of them. Honestly, you can point guard, shooting guard, point guard, guard. Like there's
the one thing with Trey Johnson is that Keyshawn George is back.
Okay,
so I'd interested to see how they go with their starting lineup. We know Sarr is going to start. We know George is going to start. We know Koulibaly is going to start. Middleton's been starting.
Mm-hmm.
So that means one of Bub or Trey Johnson likely get moved back to the bench. So just seeing, not what I think that Trey is like a bad play. It's a great spot against New Orleans. Obviously, this is like, I don't view him anywhere near the same tier as like AJ Mitchell, especially if Johnson's not starting. Like I would just play AJ Mitchell basically like 10 out of 10 times over him. No SGA is enough, and you get Chet. I know Jalen Williams is J-Dub is available, but doesn't matter. AJ Mitchell's going to play probably close to 40 minutes here with how many players they have out. And he's already a good usage player with like good fantasy player with them being the best team in the NBA and like Shea being there.
Yeah, I was gonna say we saw earlier this year when it was just Jalen Williams like out of the lineup and they didn't have like Caruso and all those players, but he was playing with SGA,
right? And
he was going for 40 fantasy points. So, full on agreement. The value at the point guard position is pretty legit, especially the 5K tier. It's a valid point on Trey Johnson, and it's one of the first games on the slate. 7:00. So we'll know what that starting lineup is. I don't think he's going to play less than 25 minutes. With the way their rotation probably pans out. But you could have 40 minutes for Mitchell there. So
at 25 at Trey Johnson when he was 4,400 is different than Trey Johnson at 5,100. The only other thing I'd mention that we just that I would circle back to is quickly if Scotty and Ingram sit, they're both listed as questionable. So
Scotty did return to that game, but maybe it swelled up on him or something.
Could be an adrenaline. Yeah, it could have been like an adrenaline thing.
But either way, I mean, we've always said like if you just take one piece from the pie away, and Ingram's been their highest usage player. Yes. It definitely changes sort of the dynamic. So I don't disagree with you there. Any other value plays? I mean, again, those guys, aren't as Branham had the day the other day for a little bit. He's $3,600.
Pelican stuff would be interesting here at point guard. Like Jordan Poole fears if Murray were to sit or Murphy were to sit again.
Okay,
he's listed questionable, and because Alvarado's already out. So Fears played 27 minutes the other day. Jordan Poole played like 40. Yeah. So I would probably click on either of them.
Okay.
If Murphy's out. They both started. So
it's a really good matchup for obviously
really good
for fantasy wise. New Orleans Washington's probably a good matchup.
Yeah, it's 200. I can't tell you because there's no applied total.
Okay, I was gonna say, what do we have a total here? I don't see. Oh, I got 239.5. So.
Oh yeah, so do I. I just saw it. I just updated it. It's at 239. Sorry, I'll keep
Highest on the slate, 239.5. So
239.5.
Denver, Atlanta is 238. So right there with it. So
McBride played 33 minutes again. Can get there. If the Raptors are without a bunch of pieces, Jamal Shed played 24 minutes. We know he's a guy that typically is in the rotation. And then Memphis is playing. I don't think we need to go to Javon Small. We'll talk Cam Spencer at shooting guard, but Javon Small had a very interesting game, and there was partly due to blowout, but they've played him kind of as their backup point guard. So just all things to consider down here.
Shooting guard position up at the top. You got Booker at $8,400. I said the other day, I thought it was a good price at 86. I got Bane at 79. You talked Derek White here. NAW at $7,200 is probably pretty appealing. Talk to me about shooting guard.
Yeah, I mean, Booker's price is good. They just just blew Memphis out, and he played 31 minutes. But in a competitive game, he's up near 40. Bane, I don't know. It's just been a random season for Desmond Bane. Guess the right night and he goes off for 30 actual. Guess the wrong night, he doesn't ever come anywhere close to 40 fantasy points. So unplayable for like single entry. It's MME stuff only. If Ingram plays, 7,600 is too cheap. If Murphy plays, 7,300 is too cheap. Murphy coming off 50 fantasy points in back-to-back games.
Yeah, right.
And NAW, although he did give a very sad interview about how part of the reason he went to Atlanta was to play with Trae Young. That was a little sad. But I would absolutely go back there. I would play NAW for sure.
Yeah. Mid-range Edgecombe 68. There was a stat like Edgecombe's like one of the first players to have like a 5-5-5 game or something like that, or a rookie to have like a 5-5-5.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Something like that. 13, 6, 7, and 5 steals the other night. Just finding different ways to get you 40 fantasy points lately. And he plays a whole lot of minutes. We actually talked about this one. Everybody else got pulled out of this game. At PG played 33, I think, but Edgecombe got to 35. So willing to let the rookie run in some blowouts. Valuable to talk about there. And then you said you want to talk Cam Spencer at shooting guard here.
Yeah, just not necessarily because I'm like gotta play him, but it is obviously a crazy diminished version of OKC. Not that OKC is not going to be competitive in this game. Might have Caruso, still have Dort like defensively. So, Cam Spencer will probably, AJ Mitchell's a good defender in his own right. But yeah, I mean, no job. We know Cam Spencer's going to start and play boatload of minutes.
Yep. Let's see. What does Keyshawn play? He's been out for a little bit, right? Like a week plus. Do you think he just comes back in and plays a whole bunch of minutes? It was slow at SAR having him come back.
Yeah, I still kind of right. Like still him and Trey Johnson have, I feel like, been on limits forever. I still think that they're probably he's going to be on a minutes restriction, but I do think he's going to start.
Yeah. Would you play him at 61? There's a limit, 25 minutes, probably. Maybe?
No, I wouldn't. No, I
wouldn't. Where would you head to next? Got Phoenix plays Grimes. He actually took a hit. Again, there's a blowout. They did also had Oubre back. He only played 26 minutes in that game.
Yeah, I have no interest. Okay. Not a lot in that range. I mean, Jordan Goodwin continues to play a lot of minutes, 38 fantasy points because he just
11, 8, and 6 for him.
Does what he does. Lou Dort's 4K with half his team out. Kobe Sanders probably is your default starter if Kawhi is out. They probably just plug Sanders. Isaiah Joe, 3,500. We could see Isaiah Joe start. He'll probably be popular.
I mean, yeah, if Isaiah Joe starts, for sure, $3,500, like that'd be a huge spot for him.
Yeah, that's probably the spot.
Okay. Small forward then. Up at the top, Kawhi, as you mentioned, questionable. We'll see. 98. Jalen Brown, $9,500. You and I play him on the wrong day the other day. 29 fantasy points. Follows it up with 48, 33, 7, and 4 in that loss to Denver. Both those guys certainly well in play. MPJ is probable. Can always play Michael Porter Jr. then.
He's been insane, dude.
We looked at the Jalen Williams numbers on Wednesday's show. He and Chet are obviously like 30% usage rates, over 1 fantasy point per minute without SGA. Now you're taking Chet and SGA off the floor. You just kind of an automatic plug, right?
Yeah, it's not even wouldn't even think twice.
Yeah, I'm in a full agreement with you on that one. RJ is 65, still too cheap, especially if Ingram's
wouldn't even think twice. 35 minutes wouldn't even too cheap.
Too cheap. Dylan Brooks, Koulibaly, 53. Even if Jordan's back, he's limited, and then they're missing guys. So
yeah, I'm okay with it.
28 minutes, 18 points for him that last game. Ricochet had a good night. I don't know if you can count on that again, but they had Noah Kongwo.
Yeah, Kongwo's back, so I don't know. I'm okay with it. I mean, we don't know what McCollum and Kispert's status is going to be for this game.
Yeah, that's fair. Champagny, THJ, like any of these guys to you?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe Vince Williams, who played like a bunch of minutes in his return, but now he's already questionable, so maybe they probably shouldn't have played him a bunch of minutes in his return. I don't think there's anything else.
If Kispert was active at 4K?
No, I don't know what the role. I don't know what the role is going to be.
Okay. Power forward then. Jalen Johnson's 10-8, not 88, 10-8 for Jalen Johnson here. Too expensive for you, or
no? I mean, 2 bad games doesn't deter me from. It says they literally just handed the keys to the franchise to him.
Okay. I mean, I don't disagree with you either. Obviously, I got Denver here, 238.5 game total, 1 point spread. Like everything is lining up for Jalen Johnson to have a big game. We did call out sort of thinking maybe Banchero would feel the slap of being benched 43 minutes in that game. It was overtime, right? Overtime?
Yeah, game winner, game winner. Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah, 54 fantasy points, gets Philly here. Scotty, but Zion at 8K against Washington. Played over 30 minutes again on a back-to-back even.
Yeah, I'm definitely good with it. Okay. Better. It looks. I mean, if there's no Trey Murphy too, it's just going to be all Zion all the time.
Sure. You got Triple J. You got Peyton Watson, who was really good again.
Yes.
Where are we looking in the 6K range? Jackson down to Porzingis, I guess.
Not a Jackson out of Porzingis. Not a whole lot. I mean, PG. The minutes were really good, but 11 shots. I mean, he's just super efficient. I like the OG Price. He's been so low floor. Derek Queen is randomly power forward eligible. I don't have a lot to add there.
Okay.
Yeah, not my favorite tier. Not my favorite tier of options there.
Totally fine. I mean, CMB was good from the rebound department. 15 boards, 4,800.
Yeah, like kind of not surprising. I mean, we knew there was just like there's clearly an anomaly in that box score right there. Yeah. And they could potentially be without Scotty Barnes and Brandon Ingram. So I mean, he's going to play as many minutes as he could handle if those guys are out. So
we have talked obviously like the Celtics interior defense, I guess, being decent, but I don't know if it matters really. I mean,
I don't know.
He took 3 shots. He had 15 rebounds. If he's going to rebound the basketball and give you 30, like at 4,800, you're okay with that. So.
Right. And that's why like the 17 point, I said it on the show and then pie in my face immediately when I was like, oh, he's not going to score a lot. And then he scores. Yeah. But then the next game, it's like, that's more of what he is right now. Yeah. He is more defensive minded plus good on the glass. And obviously good to see that he can score more, but I don't think the expectation should be like, oh, well, he's going to go out and score
Yeah.
15, 16 actual, but maybe that opportunity is there, right?
Sure.
If there's no,
So they started Carlo again, but he didn't play.
I think they started him in the second. Did he start the first half? And then he didn't start the second half, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that happened.
Sure. All right. There's nothing else here, though, right?
I mean, Kenrich is down here.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Someone's got to play power forward, right?
Aaron Wiggins is down here. Aaron Wiggins is 42. We're going to definitely get Aaron Wiggins starting in this game.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. All right. I'd rather play Aaron Wiggins than Kendrick. I don't think that's really an argument anybody would have.
So. No, it's not an argument. Usman Jang is 3K. I mean, the only reason I mentioned OKC plays a lot of guys anyway, and now they're down a lot. So
yeah, I mean, if we figure out the starting lineup, it's an 8:00 start time, so probably won't get it before probably but yeah, I mean, being down Chet and SGA and Hartenstein certainly opens up. Do they have the other J Will back, or so you don't?
He's out, and Cason Wallace is out. And and Caruso's questionable. That's why I was just saying, like, just whoever. Just whoever.
Embiid's 9K. Embiid here is questionable for this game, so I guess we'll see what happens. I would still just gravitate to Sarr at $7,300.
Yes, he has been super good. I mean, this last game was a nightmare. But yeah, he is very good.
Yep, 100% agree. Let's see. There's Zubac, Okongwu. Did you play Okongwu coming back here?
Yes, I would. Okay. 1 game absence, not in the injury report. Denver, question marks in the front court. I would also play Zubac. There's absolutely no reason he should be this price. He is literally this price because he got hurt.
Yep.
And then when he came back, he was limited.
Yeah, they put him off the bench. Yeah.
And so the algorithm was like, oh, he didn't play a lot. We got to, I mean, you said it like a few days ago. You were like, I think he was 8K. He sure was. And now he's 6,800. And he just got in foul trouble last game. Like he wasn't. And now there might not be Kawhi. So you might get a $6,800 Zubac with no Kawhi, $1,200 cheaper than the price that he got to at his ceiling. Like,
sure.
Sign me up.
That's a good call. Keita had 20 rebounds the other day in 24 minutes.
24 minutes is the key there.
Yep. It's a lot of rebounds in 24 minutes.
It's a lot of rebounds. I am perfectly fine pretending like Neemias Queta doesn't exist.
Okay. Anybody else then? Not Jock, because everybody's there for them. I mean, where would you go? Mitch Robb?
Zeke Naji has been playing a bunch of minutes off the Denver bench. He's been like, they start Holmes and then they just play Naji.
Sure.
He's been pretty good. We'll see if Mitchell Robinson starts or not, but he's been up in the mid-20s the last 2 games. He's just good, dude. I guess he's good, like, health-wise to play.
Yeah. We talk about backup centers all the time, and he's not even the backup. Like you said, they've started him, so at times.
I guess we'll see so we've had this before. OKC started Brendan Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kenrich was off the bench, and
they were both good that game, weren't they?
They were both good. I think it was the Portland. That's the Portland game. No, it was the Memphis game. 12-22.
Okay.
And Kenrich had 30 something fantasy points. I'm not saying that's obviously not like definitive, right? Like that's not what will definitely happen here, but my assumption is we'll get the same starting lineup and then we'll see.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Where
5 OKC guys, and then move on.
Where do we start with?
AJ, we're starting with AJ Mitchell.
AJ Mitchell,
Jalen Williams,
Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah, I mean, because this is a core play, like we don't have to do 5. I'm doing the playbook. You guys will be able to find that at fantasyland.com. I am going to actively say 4 to 5 is well within reason.
We'll do like Kendrick at the 4 here. We'll do this for now. Again, stress that this is an example core. Grande will have that full playbook and we'll be live again. Grande and Keith will be live at 5 for the Friday.
This is probably, honestly, John, like just looking at it, like I don't even know if I'm going to change it. I don't even know if I'm going to change. I don't know if I'm going to do. What are we going to change here?
I honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, I would still play Sar. Like just leave that. Mitchell, Williams, Wiggins, Sar, Williams. Shooting guard utility to play with $7,500. So.
I mean, legit, like unless one of those players get ruled out, what would be because we already know the Thunder are down 7.
Yeah, play Maxey at $9,700. You can play 45 minutes and call it a day. All right, guys. Again, core lineup right there. Grande and Keith will be there at 5 for you all. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you later.